Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, in Bizzare's scenario, in the Bizzare case, Eddie Hearn, MATCHROOM CEO and promoter, holds a press conference in Saudi Arabia with the man that's supposedly going to stage the fight and host the fight in Saudi Arabia, without the fighters, without Andy Ruiz Jr., current unified Mexican heavyweight champion, and former unified British heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua. Now, Anthony Joshua, it's not weird to not see him there because Eddie Hearn already came out and said that he's the one that signs for Anthony Joshua. So he makes the decisions for Anthony Joshua. So is it weird or bizarre to not see Anthony Joshua present? No, it's not. But it's very weird and bizarre to not see Andy Ruiz Jr. present, or anybody that represents Andy Ruiz Jr. Nobody from Andy Ruiz Jr.'s team is there to announce a rematch as big as this fight is in Saudi Arabia, right? There's no one present to announce this. How is that possible? How is there nobody to represent Andy Ruiz Jr.? How? How could that be possible, right? To say this is bizarre, to say the least, is utterly ridiculous. I've never seen anything like this. So Eddie Hearn sits there, right? And has a press conference, a full-out press conference with somebody else. And the two fighters, the two main important pieces in this entire situation aren't there. Omar Khalil and Eddie Hearn sit and talk about and discuss the rematch. Clash of the Dunes, Clash on the Dunes, right? The Dunes is the sandhills, right? So Clash on the Dunes. They even named the fight. But Anthony Joshua is not present. Andy Ruiz Jr. is not present. Now, like I stated earlier, it's not a surprise to me to not see Anthony Joshua present because Eddie Hearn already came out and stated that he signs for Anthony Joshua. So ultimately, he's the power of attorney over Anthony Joshua. So he can do whatever he wants in Anthony Joshua's name, right? But Andy Ruiz has nobody there to represent him. Andy Ruiz himself is not there. Andy Ruiz has no manager there, nobody from his team present to confirm this. Why is that? And we know the reports came out that Andy Ruiz was dragging his feet saying he wanted more money than the reported $9 million flat guaranteed. And he wanted a location change. Well, as of recently, as of today, Andy Ruiz did come out today and say that, he came out today and said that, he's ready for anything and he won't be surprised and don't threaten him with a good time, right? Basically saying that going to Saudi Arabia, in so many words, I'm paraphrasing now, is not as bad as it seems. But I'm just baffled at the whole notion that these guys could have a press conference without the fighters present. And now the venue is supposed to be outside. Eddie Hearn says the venue for Andy Ruiz Jr. and Anthony Joshua rematch will be a new open-air stadium. Current plans are for a 12,000 capacity main event. Main event will be 9 p.m., 9:30 in the UK start time. Press tour first week of September with both fighters in Saudi, London, and New York. So they're supposed to have a press tour in September in Saudi Arabia, in London, and in New York, right? The fight time will be 9 p.m., 9:30 UK start time, right? Which is it's weird to say the least. So 9:30, that's about 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? New York time. So that's about 1 p.m. on the West Coast. And that's, what is that? 3 p.m. Central Time. So in Texas, it'll be 3 p.m. New York, it'll be 4 p.m. And on the West Coast in California, it'll be 1 p.m. In the UK, it's going to be 9:30 p.m. 9 p.m. to 9:30. So you're talking 4:30, 1:30, 4:30, 3:30, 1:30. It could be 4 or 1, in between that time, give or take, right? Which is not a good thing to begin with, because a fight of this magnitude to take place at 4 p.m. on December 7th, at the time of college football being as big as it is here in the States, the fight is not going to do well. It's not going to do well. Too many people are not. They're going to forget about it. They're going to be watching college football. It's going to be an afterthought. And so now both fighters are claiming to be present when they start the press tour in September, and it's going to be Saudi Arabia, London, and New York. This is bizarre to say the least, and I hope that Andy Ruiz Jr. and his team are doing their due diligence and research, and because this just all seems bizarre, and it seems like Andy Ruiz Jr. is going to get the shaft. If he doesn't knock out Anthony Joshua in this rematch, he's going to get the shaft, point blank and period. And I hope that his team is doing their due diligence. I hope they're doing their research. I hope they're dotting all their I's and crossing all their T's. I hope they're searching under a peanut in the corner on the floor to make sure there's nothing under there, because this all sounds so bizarre. I've never seen a fight of this magnitude announced with one promoter and a guy that's going to host the event. So the other promoter that's involved has nothing to do with this, has no say, don't want to be present. Nobody to represent that fighter, who happens to be the unified champion, heavyweight champion of the world. This is utterly ridiculous, to say the very least, and I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. But like I stated, hopefully Andy Ruiz Jr. and his team are doing their due diligence, because if Andy Ruiz Jr. goes over there and he doesn't knock out Anthony Joshua, he's going to get the shaft. Hopefully Andy Ruiz Jr. gets to pick the referee. Hopefully Andy Ruiz Jr. and his team push for certain things as far as the judges and things of that nature, because this is all too fishy. This is all too fishy. I've never seen anything like this in a fight of this magnitude. Wow. So that's all I got for y'all, man. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share this video. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Blue Blood Sport TV, baby, from the Empress. Much love.